Hey everyone, good afternoon. I hope you guys are able to hear me. Hi Shruti, good afternoon. Alright, so this is our second lecture on functions. My name is Amit Surana. I am an aeronautical engineer from Chennai with over 7 years of experience. Join this Telegram group if you haven't joined it yet. Please join as soon as possible. The link is also given in the description. Okay, so today what we're going to do is we're going to go a little bit deeper into functions. Today we're going to look at how to solve functions, how to identify inverse of a function. Yes, we'll be looking at different concepts from there. So let's first start with the solution of functions. Here's our first example. Quickly try this. They're saying if f of x is cube root of x minus 4, then what is the value of f of 5? I'll rewrite this. F of x is cube root of x minus 4. Okay. Quickly answer this. This is a very basic question. What happens if x becomes 5? If x is 5, f of x, so whatever is the definition of the function, wherever you find the variable, just replace that with the number given to us. So our number is 5, so x will be replaced with 5. They are asking for the cube root of 5 minus 4, which is nothing but the cube root of 1, which is positive 1. Yeah, very good, superb Nikun, Shruti, very nice. Try this one. What is the value of f of minus 3? F of minus 3. Okay, Shruti says C. Nikun says C. Asim says B. Okay. Alright, so they're asking for f of minus 3, that is replace x with minus 3. 5 into minus 3 is minus 15, minus 15 minus 6 is minus 21, by minus of minus 3 is plus 9, plus 9 plus 8 is 17, so it's minus 21 by 17. Yeah, simple questions, just getting us started with this. If what is the value of f of 2x plus 1 if f of x is 6x plus 2? Quick, they want us to find out what would be f of 2x plus 1. Hi Shreyashi, good afternoon. These are just some of the questions. We'll be doing some advanced level questions as well today. Okay, chalo. Alright, Nikunj and Shruti are saying C, very good. So what's the deal? Instead of x, just replace it with 2x plus 1. So f of 2x plus 1 is going to be 6 into 2x plus 1 plus 2, which is 12x plus 6 plus 2, that's nothing but 12x plus 8. Yeah, very good. Superb guys, very nice. Now they're asking for the value of x, where f of x is 6x minus 9. This should be equal to minus 15. Jaldi karo. When will this be equal to minus 15? Very good, Shruti. Superb. D is minus 1. So what are they saying? F of x is 6x minus 9. They're saying for what value of x will this be equal to minus 15? So it's really just a simple question. 6x minus 9 is minus 15. So 6x is minus 15 plus 9, which is minus 6, or x is minus 1. Super, very good. Chalo आगे बढ़ेंगे. Very good guys, beautiful. Now try this. What is the value of f of a plus h minus f of a by h if f of x is x square plus 3x minus 4? Quickly try this. B और C? कोई एक बोलो, B या C? So they've defined f of x as x square plus 3x minus 4. All that they want you to find out is what is f of a plus h minus f of a. So here if I find f of a, that's going to be what? Just replace x with a square plus 3x minus 4. And what would be f of a plus h? That's going to be a plus h the whole square plus 3 times a plus h minus 4, giving us what? A square plus 2 times ah plus h square plus 3a plus 3h minus 4. Now I need to subtract these, f of a plus h minus f of a. So f of a plus h minus f of a divided by h is going to be what? A square and a square would get cancelled off. Minus 4 and minus of minus 4 would get cancelled off. So what would we be left with? This is a, huh? This is supposed to be a. So 3a and 3a would also get cancelled off, ultimately leaving us with what? 2 times ah plus h square plus 3h. Dividing this with h, if I take h outside out common and cancel everything, what will I be left with? I'll be left with 2a plus h plus 3. Yes, which is what? Option B. 2a plus h plus 3. This is your answer. Yeah. So basically just simple questions we are trying at first, and then we'll move on to something complex. Okay. The graph of the function f of x is equal to k into x plus 1 cube passes through the point 1, 4. They are asking the value of f of 2. Quickly try this. they've defined the function f of x is k into x plus 1 the whole cube. Shruti says C, others, Lakshya says C. So if the graph, let's say its graph is like this, okay, its graph is like this. If I say it passes through the point 1 comma 4, yes, if it passes through the point 1 comma 4, what does it mean? When x is equal to 1, when x is equal to 1, y is 4. Yes, when x is 1, y is 4. Y is nothing but f of x. So what will happen here? When f of x is 4, k becomes what? 1 plus 1 the whole cube, right? So you're getting 4 is equal to 2 cube, that's 8 times k. From here we can find out k to be 4 by 8, that's nothing but 1 by 2. So once we found out the value of k, now we can find out y when x is 2, correct? What happens when x is 2? So they're asking us to find out the value of y or f of x when x is 2. So directly plug it in here. F of x is going to be, f of 2 is going to be k, that is 1 by 2 into 2 plus 1 the whole cube, giving us what? Half of 27, that is 13.5. So f of 2 is 13.5. Cool, very good guys. People who got C, very good. Okay, before we move ahead, there is a subscription pack that allows you, that gives you a lot of mock benefits. You will get 2 full-length mock tests for CAT per week, 3 sectional mock tests per week, 2 full-length mock tests for other management entrance tests, and detailed video solution. Yes, to get the benefits of this, you can take the subscription, iconic subscription, 6 months. It costs 25,800. If you use my code Surana Live, you will get additional 10% ka discount. This is iconic, that means you can watch other classes, infinite other classes, plus you will get one-on-one mentorship as well. Yes, so added advantage, all of these mock tests. If you're preparing for CAT or other management entrance tests for 2021, this is the best pick. Moving on, we're going to talk about composition of functions. What do you mean by composition? Composition or composite functions are basically function within a function. For example, if I have a function whose domain is this. Yes, this is a function whose domain is A and the range turns out to be B. Yes, let's say f of x ka domain is A, f of x ka range is B. Yes, if I say there is a function that says g of f of x, yes, this is called a composite function. Why? Because it has composited 2 different functions, g of x and f of x. So what will happen here? The input of f of x will give you the output of f of x, which in turn will give you the output for g of x. So this thing acts as set B or range of f of x, basically acts as domain of g of x, giving us what? The range of g of x to be set C. Yes, this is called composite function. Okay, what does it mean? Output of f of x basically becomes the input of g of x. Yes, another way of representing this, there are 2 ways in which composite functions are represented. One is g of f of x, where the entire function is basically the domain for g, or it can also be represented with a O. g of f of x. So when there's an O in between, it basically means it's a composite of both the functions. Okay? We'll start with a very basic example. If f of x is x plus 5 and h of x is 3x square, then what will be f of h of x? Quickly do this. f of x define किया हुआ है, h of x define किया हुआ है. We just have to find out what would be f of g of f of h of x. Quickly try this. Shruti says A. Others? So when they say f of h of x, it basically means what? For function f, yes, f's domain is nothing but range of h, or in other words, f's input is the same as h's output. Correct? So here if I say my input for h of x is x itself, then what would happen? We know that h of x is 3x square. So f of h of x is basically equal to what? F of 3x square. That means wherever I see my variable, I need to replace it with 3x square. So this will be equal to what? 3x square plus 5, which is option A. Yeah. What if this was h of f of x? H of f of x. What would be the answer for that? अगर ये h of f of x होता तो उसका आंसर क्या होता? Anyone? What would happen? F of x का value is what? X plus 5. So h of x plus 5 is going to be equal to what? 3 times x square, or 3 times x plus 5 the whole square. Yes, giving us 3x square plus 30x plus 25 into 3, 75. Clear? Not 3x plus 5, no Malik, not 3x plus 5, 3 into x plus 5 the whole square. Yes, 3 into x plus 5 the whole square. So x plus 5 the whole square is what? X square plus 2 times x into 5, which is 10x, plus 25 multiplied with 3, which is this. Okay? Done? Chalo, super. Let's move on. F of a is equal to a cube plus 2a square minus 3, and g of a is a plus 5. They want us to find out what is f of g of x. Quick. Find f of g of x. This is x, 17x square, 95x. और नो ए ओनली, क्योंकि बी और डी सेम हो जाएंगे फिर. ठीक है, चलो क्विक. So what is this? What will be the input? G of x. So what is g of x? X plus 5. Yes, x plus 5 should become a part of f. Yeah, if you want you can deal with this. इसको थोड़ा सा आप पहले ही try to mend this beforehand itself. इसको पहले ही mend कर देते हैं. तो क्या करेंगे इसको? f of a is a cube plus 3a square minus 3. ये नहीं होगा. ठीक है, छोड़ो, जाने दो. So what will we have to do? f of g of x is going to be f of x plus 5. So wherever you see a, you have to replace it with x plus 5, correct? Which would make it what? X plus 5 the whole cube plus 2 times x plus 5 the whole square minus 3. Make sense? Yeah. So what can be done here? Look at this. You can look at the answer choices and directly answer. Answer choice को directly answer कर सकते हो. इसका जो constant होगा that is going to be 125 positive में. इसका जो constant होगा वो होगा 25 into 2 50. इसका क्या है constant? 3. So our constant part is going to be what? Positive 172. Positive 172 A में नहीं है. Option B has positive 172 but it has the wrong variable. Yes, so B is gone. C has minus 8. That's definitely not possible. So what's our answer? Option D. We don't really have to open up the entire thing. पूरा खोलने की जरूरत नहीं है. Just look at the constant and get it over with. ठीक है? Done, guys. Super. Let's move on to the next one. They want us to add the functions but outputs add करने के लिए बोल रहे. f of g of 2 plus g of f of 2 कितना होगा? Try करो जल्दी से. They're asking f of g of 2 plus g of f of 2. अलग अलग ढूंढो फिर फाइनली ऐड कर लो. Does anyone have the answer? $106. Okay, you're saying none of these. ठीक है. Shruti says none of these. Others? Shreyashi, Lakshay, superb. Very good. D. None of these is right. Yeah. So what do you do? G of 2. First we find out G of 2, right? So what will be G of 2? G of 2 is going to be 2 square 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 plus 5 is 7. Yes. So f of G of 2 is nothing but f of 7, wherein 7 is the input, which is what? 28 plus 1, 29. Same way we find out f of 2, which is what? 8 plus 1, 9. So g of f of 2 is nothing but g of 9, which gives you what? Here what would happen? 9 square 81. 81 minus 9 is 72. 72 plus 5 is 77. What are we supposed to do? We are supposed to add the output. So 29 plus 77 is 106. So the answer is none of these because the answer is 106. Superb, guys. Very good. Let's move to the next one now. Try this. Here we have a composite of three functions, f, h, f, g and h. They are asking the value of h of f of g of 2. So what will happen here? G, f and h. Yes, g's input is 2. इसका जो भी आउटपुट होगा वो f का इनपुट होगा और इसका जो भी आउटपुट होगा वो h का इनपुट होगा. इसका जो भी आउटपुट होगा that is our answer. Lakshay, Shreyashi, Shruti are saying option C, minus 20. Very good. Superb. Anyone else? So it's actually very direct. Yes. What is g of 2? So g of 2 matlab in this function just plug in 2. 2 cube is 8. Yes, 2 cube is 8. 8 minus 5 is 3. Now g का output is 3, मतलब f का input is 3. So f x की जगह पे 3 लगाना है, which is what? 3 into 2 6. 6 minus 1 5. 5 becomes the input for h, which gives us what? 5 minus 5 square 25, giving us the final output as 20, minus 20. Yes. Super, very good. तो g का जो इनपुट होगा, g का इनपुट इज दिस 2. इसका जो आउटपुट होगा वो f का इनपुट होगा, इसका जो आउटपुट होगा वो h का इनपुट होगा और इसका जो आउटपुट होगा विल बी द आउटपुट ऑफ दिस एंटायर कॉम्पोजिट फंक्शन. ठीक है. Before we move on, there are a lot of new batches starting. I am starting one on 4th of September, which is Saturday. So this is going to be a Saturday Sunday batch for CAT and other management entrance test for 2022. We will be dealing with ratios, proportions, variations. We will be dealing with averages and mixtures and allegations. Yes, the classes will be from 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. this entire month on weekends. Yeah, there are other batches also, so if you're planning on joining one, join as soon as possible, because from 11th of September the prices are going to hike. Okay. Karthik, for that question the level of difficulty is probably 1, not even 1, like 0.8. It's not a very difficult question, but it helps us understand what composite functions is. Okay. Now we'll move on to algebraic operations. Algebraic operations means what? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So within functions, how do you do these operations? Okay. So look at this. If they tell you f plus g of x, it basically means that the outputs are added. Yes, f plus g of x is basically what? Outputs are added, and x becomes a common input for both f and g. Yes, x becomes part of the domain for f and domain for g as well. Understood? Yes, and if they want us to find out the domain, for f plus g, then it's basically what? Domain of f intersection domain of g. These are the possible values that you can plug in for f. These are the possible values that you can plug in for g. Yes, this is going to be the common domain for what? F intersection g. Okay, f plus g, in fact. Clear? Quickly try this out. F of x is given, h of x is given. They want us to find f plus h of x. Shruti says A, others. because here the domain is x itself, the input is x itself, the output will be the functions itself. So what is f plus h of x? That's basically f of x plus h of x. What is f of x? 2x plus 5. And what is h of x? 3x minus 12. So what do you get here? 2x plus 3x is 5x. 5 minus 12 is minus 7. So f plus h of x is 5x minus 7. Yeah? Very good. Let's try this. F of x is given, g of x is given. They want us to find f plus g of a. Let's see how many of y'all can answer this. Only thing is they have modified the answer. Okay. Alright, Shruti says B. Nikon says B. Others? So it's a very direct question. Yes, very direct question. F plus g of a. Yes, that means what? F plus g of a is going to be finding f of a and then finding g of a and adding them. So f of a is going to be a square plus 2a. G of a is going to be 4a plus 9. This gives us what? A square plus 6a plus 9. Correct? This is basically what? A plus 3 the whole square. Yes, very good. Beautiful, guys. Chalo next. Let's see how many of you all can answer this. So this is a little advanced, not too much, just a little advanced. They're saying domain of f is minus infinity to infinity. Domain of g is 0 to infinity except 3. Then which one of the following does not belong in domain of f plus g? Lakshya says D. Others? Small talk says B. Okay. Shruti says B. So what are they saying? So we want to find out what is the domain of f plus g of x, correct? Yes, which will give us what? The domain for f plus g of x is nothing but domain of f intersection domain of g. What is domain of f? F के input can go from minus infinity to infinity, that's basically all real values. Intersection 0 to infinity except for 3. Yes, 0 to infinity except for 3. So if I take the intersection of them, common, दोनों में common क्या हो जाएगा? 0 से लेके infinity तक except for 3. Or in other words, I can write it as from 0 till 3. Yes, union from 3 to infinity, all not included. Yes, so we have to start looking at the values to find out which one of these will not belong. Yes, what is it going to be? It's going to be B. Why? 0.6 into minus 2 is minus 1.2, minus 1.2 into minus 2.5 is plus 3. Yes, so B is a value that does not belong in the intersection. Yeah, for other values what you can do, if you look at the other values, what is it? We have 3.2 into 0.8 into minus 6, which is 15.36. Yes, 15.36. No, sorry. Yeah, 15.36 is allowed. Yes, this is going to be series of 6 and 4. Yes, this is basically going to be what? 7.27277 so on. So this is also gone. None of these would also be gone. Yes, very good. Okay guys, before we move on to subtraction, a quick intimation. Today we are doing at 8 p.m. we are doing profit loss and discounts by practice. Yes, this is backbenchers batch practice arena. So if you are someone who lacks practice or who wants to show that they are comfortable with the concept, can join. The link is in the description. Enroll now, and it's kind of mandatory. Okay, now same rule for subtraction also. Let's quickly go. F of x is 3x minus 17, h of x is 17 minus 3x. Find f minus h of x. Quick. Answer D. Very good, superb guys, beautiful. So what is it? F minus h of x is basically their definitions ka difference. F of x minus h of x, that is 3x minus 17 minus 17 plus 3x. Are you feeling this? Yes, so what is this? 3x 6x 3x, huh? 3x plus 3x is 6x, minus 17 is minus 34. Done. Superb. Next, try this. Shreyashi says C. Minus x square plus 7. Others? Very good. Shruti, Lakshay. Again, here they have mentioned, they have defined f of x and they have defined f minus g of x. They want us to find g of x. We know that f minus g of x is nothing but f of x minus g of x. So what is g of x then? G of x will be what? F of x minus f minus g of x, correct? So f of x is 3x plus 7 minus x square minus 3x. So 3x gets cancelled off. What do you have? Minus x square plus 7. Option C. Very good. Great work guys. Superb work. Nice. Now let's go to the next question. For which of the following set of functions is f minus g of x equal to g minus f of x. Of these 4 answer choices of 3, in which case is f minus g of x equal to g minus f of x? Quickly answer this. Shruti says B, Jitesh says A, Shreyashi says B, Lakshya says A, B, okay. Abu says B, very good. So I'll tell you a quick trick here, okay? Just a quick trick. So what are they saying? If f minus g of x is equal to g minus f of x, what does it mean? It means that f of x minus g of x should be equal to g of x minus f of x. If I reshuffle them, I get what? F of x plus f of x, that is 2 times f of x, should be equal to 2 times g of x. Yes, 2 times f of x must basically be equal to 2 times g of x. Would that work? Let's check, let's check if that would work. Yes. So if we try with A, what happens? 2 times f of x. We're trying with option A. 2 times f of x is what? 4x square plus 6. Is it equal to 2 times g of x? 6 minus 4x square? No, not equal. Eliminate. If we try this with B, what happens? 2a plus b whole divided by 2 ka double. Yes, so 2's get cancelled. Is this equal to a plus b by 2 ka double? Yes, it is. है ना? 2a plus b is equal to 2a plus b. So B should be your answer. Got it? The idea behind this question is very direct, very simple. Yes, you don't have to sit, subtract and check. Okay? You don't have to subtract and check. Clear? With C also this would not work out, so B is our right answer. ठीक है? Superb guys, very good. Chalo, before we move on to the next one, plus subscriptions. If you are someone preparing for CAT 2021 and other management entrance tests, you can take the 6-month subscription, 16,400. If you're preparing for 2022, then you can directly take the 18 months, which will include not just CAT but also other management entrance tests. And if you're preparing for 2023, then you can directly take the 24-month subscription. If you look at the price difference between 18 months and 24 months, the difference is just a little less than 4,000. So if you're someone who is willing to take the 18 months, might as well take the 24 months. Don't forget to use my code Surana Live. You will get 10% additional discount on that. Okay. Chalo, next we are going towards what? We are going towards multiplication. Yes. F into g of x, f into g of x is going to be f of x into g of x. Yes. Quickly do this. जल्दी करो, ऐसे बैठे बैठे हो जाएगा, ये देख के हो जाएगा ये वाला क्वेश्चन. Quickly answer this. f of x हमें दे दिया है, g of x हमें दे दिया है. They're basically asking for their product. Very good, Shruti, Shreyashi. Very good, Lakshya, Jitesh. So f into h, sorry, my fault, f into g of x. Yes. So f into g of x is basically what? Product of f of x and g of x, which gives us x minus 17 into x plus 17. That's nothing but a square minus b square. 17 square is 289. Superb guys, very good, great job. Chalo next. She says C, others. श्रुति वेरी गुड. जल्दी, ये सारे बेसिक क्वेश्चंस है, सारे बेसिक क्वेश्चंस है. जस्ट ट्राइंग टू गेट एन एंटायर आइडिया ऑफ functions. Okay, very good Mayank, Jitesh, Lakshay, very good guys, superb. So what's happening? We have to find h of 2, right? So h of 2 is basically going to be equal to f into g of 2, क्योंकि जहां कहीं पर भी x आएगा वहां पे 2 आएगा, which is nothing but f of 2 into g of 2, correct? अभी f of 2 क्या है? What is f of 2? f of 2 is going to be equal to what? 6 plus 7, that is 13, into g of 2 is going to be 2 plus 3, that is 5, which is nothing else than 65. Very good guys, superb. जिन्होंने भी option C बोला, beautiful work guys, very good. चलो, before we move ahead, iconic subscription gives you all the benefits of plus के जितने भी benefits आपको सब कुछ मिलेगा, उसके साथ साथ आपको 1-on-1 sessions मिलेंगे आपके mentors के साथ. Your mentors are top B school के alumni जो अपना experience, अपना expertise आपके साथ share करने के लिए ready है, right? So if you take iconic subscription, आपको एक personalized learning experience मिलेगा. 6 months, 12 months, 24 months, this is with the mocks. Yes, you can take this by using my code Surana Live, जिससे आपको additional 10% का discount मिलेगा, ठीक है? Finally, with operations, what do we have? Division. F by g of x is basically f of x by g of x, but we have to keep in mind that g of x can never be equal to 0. Yes, if at all g of x is 0, if for any value of x, if g of x turns out to be 0, then what will be the value of f by g of x? अगर g of x आपका 0 है तो f by g of x का वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगा गाइस? Not defined. Yes, if the value is not defined, that means that particular function itself wouldn't exist. 0 नहीं मयांक, 0 नहीं. अगर f of x 0 होता तो 0 है. If g of x is 0, then not defined. ठीक है, चलो let's try this. Division. You have to divide these values, okay? आप इसको बैठ के लॉन्ग डिविजन से कर सकते हो, बट माय सजेशन वुड बी टू गो डायरेक्टली बाय कोएफिशिएंट्स. एक एक कोएफिशिएंट से करिए, क्योंकि यहां पे सिर्फ एक लीनियर टर्म है ना? और सबने आंसर कर दिया, वेरी गुड. श्रुति, जितेश, श्रेयसी, लक्ष्य, मयंक, वेरी गुड. बी इज द राइट आंसर, सुपर. सो f by g of x is going to be f of x divided by g of x, which is what? 3x cube plus 2x square plus 4x divided by 2x. न्यूमरेटर से मैं अगर 2x कॉमन ले लूंगा तो क्या हो जाएगा, आई विल हैव 3/2x स्क्वायर प्लस 2x प्लस 2 डिवाइडेड बाय 2x. तो 2x आपका कैंसिल हो गया क्योंकि कॉमन आपने निकाल लिया. व्हाट विल बी द कोशेंट, 3/2x स्क्वायर प्लस 2x प्लस 2, या सॉरी प्लस x प्लस 2, सॉरी, या डन. सुपर्ब. इसको आप लॉन्ग डिविजन से भी कर सकते हो. इफ यू वांट टू डू इट यूजिंग लॉन्ग डिविजन देन 2x नीड्स टू डिवाइड व्हाट, 3x cube plus 2x square plus 4x. Okay, which is what you should be trying out here. Let's see if we can answer this. F of x is defined, g of x is defined. What is f by g of x? Quickly try this. Here you have power -1 for just this, only for this power -1, only for this power -1. पूरा power -1 नहीं है, सिर्फ इसका एक का. वेरी गुड जितेश, श्रुति, लक्ष्य, ए, वेरी गुड. हाउ अबाउट अदर्स? So what happens here, f by g of x is nothing but f of x by g of x. F of x is 2x square plus 15x minus 8 and g of x is x square plus 10x plus 16. Yes, you know you can factorize this. आपको पता, आप इसको factorize कर सकते हो. So 2 into -8 is -16. Product should be -16. Sum should be 15. क्या होगा? 16 into -1. But क्योंकि अपन ने 2 multiply किया तो divide by 2 here, divide by 2 here also. Yes. So this is basically what? 2 times x minus 1 into x plus 8 divided by, what about the denominator? Denominator का क्या है? Same 16, but the sum should be 10. That is 8 into 2. X plus 8, x plus 2. So your x plus 8 is the common part. You cancel it off. You get what? 2x minus 1 by x plus 2. Which is nothing but option A. 2x minus 1 divided by x plus 2. Yes, very good guys. People who said A as the answer, beautiful, great job, superb. आप अगर इसको otherwise if you want to do this, otherwise आप अगर इसको करते तो आपका आंसर जो इनसे मैच नहीं होता. Yes, आपका जो आंसर है वो इससे मैच नहीं होता क्योंकि फिर आपको क्या मिलता, डायरेक्ट कोशेंट मिलता. If you had done it like this, x square plus 10x plus 16 को divided with 2x square plus 15x minus 8. Yes, this would give you a proper quotient and not in this form. तो इस फॉर्म में लाने के लिए factorizing was the best way to deal with it. Very good. चलो. Okay, before we move on to the next concept, next we are going to look at inverse of a function. Please understand 11th of September. Yes, 11th of September price hike होने वाला है. All subscriptions will be increased by 10%. In fact, a little more than 10%. So please take a subscription before that happens. Use my referral code to get additional 10% discount on these. Okay? CAT, other management entrance test, सबका subscription. ठीक है? चलो. Now we go to inverse of a function. Yes, inverse of a function. Inverse of a function is basically what? What if that function went the other way around? Just like inverse of multiplication. Multiplication का inverse division है. Yes. For example, if you multiply it with something, you take its reciprocal, right? So inverse of a function in terms of the entire given polynomial. Okay. So inverse of a function f of x is denoted as f to the power minus 1 of x. Yes. Please understand, this is very important. Please understand that f to the power minus 1 of x or inverse of x, inverse of f of x is not equal to the reciprocal of f of x. Understood? Q? Inverse of f of x definitely not equal to 1 by f of x. Nahin. Yes. And you have to keep in mind that the functions that we are dealing with are bijective functions. What are bijective functions, guys? Bijective functions क्या होते हैं? Functions that are both one-on-one, yes, and they have to be onto function. Yes, one-on-one मतलब क्या? Every element in domain, yes, must have unique element in or value in range. That is one to one. And what is onto? Onto is where your codomain or your range is actually a subset of codomain. है ना? ये अपन ने कल बात करी थी. Okay? So we'll first look at the properties. We'll look at some properties of this inverse. है ना? We'll look at some properties of this inverse. Very good, Shruti. Superb. तो इस इनवर्स के प्रॉपर्टीज क्या है? योर फर्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी इज इनवर्स ऑफ अ बाइजेक्टिव फंक्शन इज बाइजेक्टिव. यस, किसी भी बाइजेक्टिव फंक्शन का आप इनवर्स लोगे तो इट विल बी बाइजेक्टिव. फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ आई से f of x is 2x, yes, this way I'll teach you how to take inverse also. Inverse कैसे निकालते देख लो. So I can say y is equal to 2x, correct? That means x will be equal to 2 by y. So technically the inverse of f of x should be 2 by y because the variable we use is x. यहाँ पे x लगा दो बस और कुछ नहीं. So what will be the inverse of f of x? 2 by x. Got it? Understood? ठीक है ना? तो अभी यहां पे इफ दिस इज बाइजेक्टिव देन दिस शुड ऑल्सो बी बाइजेक्टिव. यू नो दैट x का जो भी मैं वैल्यू डालूंगा डबल होके अलग अलग x का अलग अलग वैल्यूज आएगा. सेम वे यहां पे x का अलग अलग वैल्यू आएगा. ओनली डिफरेंस इज व्हाट? हियर x कैन नॉट बी इक्वल टू 0. x कोई भी दूसरा टर्म हो सकता है, 0 नहीं हो सकता. Yes, that is minus infinity to infinity except for 0. ठीक है? Understood? And it is also going to be onto. इसका जो कोडोमेन है बहुत बड़ा होगा, रेंज छोटा होगा. ठीक है? Is the inverse of the function f of x equal to minus 9x by 2 bijective? Is it बाइजेक्टिव? अच्छा, वो वाला नहीं समझे आप लक्ष्य. देखो, f of x is nothing but y, है ना? f of x और y सेम है. तो अगर y 2x है तो x क्या है? 2 by y बराबर. अगर y is 2x then x is what? Sorry, y by 2. Not 2 by y by 2. Sorry. Here it will become x by 2. My bad, my bad. सॉरी गलती, मेरी गलती, यहां पे x 0 भी हो सकता है, नो हार्म। ओके, सॉरी, हाँ माय बैड, सॉरी। चलो ट्राई दिस नाउ। Is the inverse of the function f of x equal to minus 9x by 2 bijective? Yes, f of x क्या है? y, which is minus 9x by 2. तो x का वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगा? You take 2 here, you will get 2y is minus 9x और x is minus 2y by 9. तो आपका इनवर्स ऑफ दिस फंक्शन बिकम्स व्हाट? minus 2x by 9, करेक्ट। f of x का इनवर्स क्या हो गया? minus 2x by 9. डन। नाउ व्हाट डू वी हैव टू चेक? वी हैव टू चेक इफ दिस इज बाइजेक्टिव। इज इट बाइजेक्टिव? ऑफ कोर्स, फॉर डिफरेंट वैल्यूज ऑफ x we will have different solutions. Yes, सेम वे इफ इट इज 1 on 1, आप ऐसे इसको कैसे चेक करोगे? टू चेक इफ इट इज 1 to 1, टू चेक इफ अ फंक्शन इज 1 to 1, f inverse of x1 should be equal to f inverse of x2. then our solution condition क्या है कि x1 should be equal to x2. this is our check point. अगर x1 और x2 इक्वल है देन इट इज 1 to 1. यस, तो क्या है यहां पे? वी हैव minus 2x1 by 9 इज इक्वल टू minus 2x2 by 9. 9 कैंसल, minus 2 कैंसल, अपना चेक पॉइंट क्लियर हो गया. x1 and x2 are equal. If x1 and x2 are equal, that basically means what? They are 1 to 1. खत्म. How do you check if a function is onto? Onto के लिए आप कैसे चेक करोगे? Quite simple. Yes, plug in different values, see कौन से नहीं आएंगे. Which is definitely possible. Yes, यहाँ पे can you plug in different values for x जहां पे आपको desired solution ना आ पाए? Yeah, definitely possible. Yes, definitely possible. So what? It is a bijective function. ठीक है? Now check this. If g of x is f inverse of x and f of x is 3x cube plus 2, then is g of x bijective. g of x क्या है? f inverse of x. So they're basically asking, is f inverse of x bijective? Quickly check. हाय बालाजी, लॉन्ग टाइम, कैसे हो भाई? कुछ काफी साल हो गए हैं ऐसा लग रहा है मैं आपको 2010 में पढ़ाता था. हाउ आर यू बालाजी? ओके, सो हाउ डू वी फाइंड द इनवर्स? फर्स्ट थिंग्स फर्स्ट, इसका इनवर्स कैसे निकालेंगे? इफ y इज इक्वल टू 3x क्यूब प्लस 2, then y minus 2 is 3 times x cube, और x cube is y minus 2 by 3, या x क्या है? क्यूब रूट ऑफ y minus 2 by 3. करेक्ट? So what would be the inverse? f inverse of x is basically cube root of x minus 2 by 3. Yes. अब इसको हमें क्या चेक करना है? क्या ये बाइजेक्टिव है? Is it bijective? Yes, you can You know that bijective function का inverse, yes, inverse of a bijective function is bijective, है ना. अगर फंक्शन bijective है तो उसका इनवर्स भी bijective है, right? So all that we have to check is 3x1 cube plus 2, क्या is this, if this is equal to 3x2 cube plus 2, would they be equal? Yes, you're getting what? x1 is equal to x2. मतलब yes, it is bijective. Understood? Yes. Any doubts here, guys? The second property is what? Inverse of a bijective function is unique. आपका जो bijective function का inverse होता है वो unique होता है. Yeah, try this. Hello निखिल, मैं एकदम ठीक हूँ बालाजी, थैंक यू सो मच. कैसा चल रहा है, हाउ आर यू, प्रिपरेशन कैसा चल रहा है आपका बालाजी? Find the inverse of this function. F of x is equal to 2x square plus 3. Anyone? So what do you do? If y is equal to 2x square plus 3, then y minus 3 is equal to 2x square. X square is y minus 3 by 2. तो x क्या हो गया? Square root of y minus 3 by 2. Correct? Plus or minus? Plus or minus because square root है ना? Yes. अब इसका क्या सीन है? So what will f inverse of x be equal to? Should be equal to square root of plus or minus x minus 3 by 2. Agreed? Yes, it does match with option C ना. Square root of x minus 3 by 2 match तो हो रहा. Yeah, but what's the scene? Inverse of the function, right? We've seen that inverse of a function must be unique. क्या ये unique है? नहीं है ना? नहीं है. क्यों? f inverse of x के दो values हो सकते हैं. It could be positive x minus 3 by 2. It could also be negative square root of x minus 3 by 2. Because it is not unique, yes, there would be no inverse existing. Okay, no inverse exists. Why? Because it is not unique. Does this make sense, guys? Yes. ऐसा नहीं है that it does not exist, but then it won't be unique like in this case. अपने केस में यहां पे आप चेक करो is 2x square plus 3, 2x square plus 3, is it bijective? Yes. 2 times x square plus 3, is it bijective or not? Let's check. कैसे करेंगे? x की जगह पे x1, 2x1 square plus 3 should be equal to 2x2 square plus 3. plus 3 cancel, you will get what? x1 square is x2 square. Now when I take square root, क्या हो जाएगा? Plus or minus x1 will be equal to plus or minus x2. Yes, plus or minus. इसका क्या मतलब हो गया कि there would be 4 cases. x1 could be equal to x2, x1 could be equal to minus x2, minus x1 could be equal to x2, or minus x1 equal to minus x2, leading to the same thing. Yes, since this is not the only case, these two also exist. That basically means this is not bijective. Yes, अगर ये bijective नहीं है, अगर ये बाइजेक्टिव नहीं है तो इसका इनवर्स क्या होगा? नॉट यूनिक. ठीक है, डन. नेक्स्ट, फाइंड द इनवर्स इफ f of x is x cube minus 64. जल्दी. लक्ष्य says D, श्रुति says D. वेरी गुड. तो कैसे ढूंढेंगे इसका इनवर्स? इफ y is equal to x cube minus 64, then x cube is equal to y plus 64, x is equal to cube root of y plus 64. Alternatively, because we're just swapping the variables, y will be equal to what? Cube root of x plus 64, which is nothing but f inverse of x. ठीक है, so f inverse of x is what? Cube root of x plus 64, जो कि कहां पे है? ऑप्शन D. There's an alternative way of looking at it also. Alternative way of looking at it, if I plug in a particular value to this, let's say if y is equal to 0, if y is equal to 0 तो क्या हो जाएगा? x cube minus 64 is 0 और x cube itself is 64, giving x as what? 4. yes, आपको सिर्फ ये देखना है कि इन दीज आंसर चॉइसेस कहां पे अगर मैं x की जगह पे 0 डालूं तो मेरे को आंसर 4 आए. कहां पे x की जगह पे मैं अगर 0 डालूंगा इनवर्स में अगर x की जगह पे मैं 0 डालूंगा तो मेरा y का वैल्यू जो है 4 आना चाहिए इनवर्स में. मतलब यहां पे 0 डालूंगा तो 4. इफ दिस इज 0, दिस इज व्हाट? माइनस क्यूब रूट ऑफ 64 माइनस 4 आउट. यहां पे क्या हो जाएगा? यहां पे यू आर गेटिंग 4, सो दिस कुड बी पॉसिबल. यहां पे ऑल्सो यू आर गेटिंग 4, सो दिस कुड बी पॉसिबल. सेम वे हियर यू आर गेटिंग 4, दिस कुड ऑल्सो बी पॉसिबल. नाउ यू कैन ट्राई विद डिफरेंट वैल्यूज. हियर. yes, if you put in let's say y is equal to, अगर आप y की जगह पे if you put in let's say minus 37, if y is minus 37 then you should get what? x is equal to 3. करेक्ट. अगर y आपका -37 है तो -37 प्लस 64 इज 27, x क्यूब 27 है मतलब x3 है. तो मतलब क्या? अभी x की जगह पे अगर आप -37 डालोगे और y की जगह पे आपको 3 आएगा, दैट इज योर आंसर. तो वहीं पे क्या कैंसिल हो गया? ऑप्शन बी, ऑप्शन सी कैंसिल हो गया क्योंकि क्यूब रूट ऑफ 37 इज नॉट एन इंटीजर. आउट. What's your only answer left? Option D. ठीक है. Got it? This is telling you an alternative when you have complex definitions. अगर आपका फंक्शन बहुत कॉम्प्लेक्स है तब आप ये कर सकते हो, ठीक है? प्लग इन y का कुछ वैल्यू फाइंड आउट x, या प्लग इन x का कुछ वैल्यू फाइंड आउट y, फिर उसको उल्टा करके प्लग इन करो आंसर चॉइस में, ठीक है? Next property is what? If f and g are inverses of each other, then f of g and g of f will be equal. What does this mean? If f inverse is g and g inverse is f, अगर ये दोनों functions एक दूसरे के inverses हैं, then what will happen? f of g of x will be equal to g of f of x. Agreed? Yes. And what will they be equal to? What will they be equal to? They will always be equal to what? X itself. है कि नहीं? For example, if I take f of x is equal to 2x. Yes. So what is g of x? Inverse of this, which is x by 2. What will be f of g of x? It will become what? 2 times x by 2, जो कि क्या है? x है. अगर दो फंक्शंस एक दूसरे के इनवर्सेस हैं तो what will happen? You will get the composite value as x itself. ठीक है? ये काफी यूजफुल रहेगा इन सम कॉम्प्लेक्स क्वेश्चंस. लेट्स ट्राई दिस क्वेश्चन नाउ. Shruti is saying C. Others? Lakshay is saying C. Very good. I kind of gave a spoiler. मैंने spoiler दे दिया क्या? So what do you check? To check if f of x and g of x are inverses of each other, all you have to do is what? Plug in one into the other. Yes. So f of g of x is basically equal to what? 4 into x plus 2 by 4 minus 2. Correct? Yes. So what will this give us? 4 तो cancel. क्या हो गया ये? x plus 2 minus 2, which is x. Yes. Alternatively, what you can do to check, मैंने ये बोला था आपको, याद है? मैंने ये बोला था आपको, alternatively आप क्या कर सकते हो चेक करने के लिए? If y is 0, then f of x will be what? 4x minus 2, which is 0. मतलब x क्या हो जाएगा आपका? 4x is 2, x is 1 by 2. Now to check if they are inverse, यहाँ पे क्या डालोगे? y की जगह पे put 1 by 2, x की जगह पे put 0. Will it be true? Yes, it is true, है ना? x की जगह पे मैं 0 डालूंगा तो क्या हो जाएगा? g of 0, that is 0 plus 2 by 4, which is equal to what? 2 by 4, 1 by 2. Equal है, मतलब क्या? ये दोनों एक दूसरे के इनवर्सेस है, ठीक है? So you can use this to identify if two given functions are inverses of each other or not. Okay. Also, guys, if you're confused between iconic subscription and plus subscription, let me tell you, a plus subscription gives you live classes You can attend unlimited live classes. You can follow unlimited number of or unrestricted number of educators. आप कितने भी batches join कर सकते हो, कितने भी courses join कर सकते हो. You can simultaneously throughout the day you can watch any number of hours without being any questions asked. Yes. Next, there will be weekly test for which you will have live as well as offline, right? After live, not live, but later also you can give these tests. Yeah, and for all these tests you will have solutions both in the form of text and video. Yes, text bhi hoga, video bhi hoga. Study materials will be given to you in the form of PDFs. You can download these PDFs with and without annotation. मतलब आप उसे you can use it as notes. इन PDFs को आप notes की तरह use कर सकते हो. इन्हीं PDFs को आप practice sheets की तरह भी use कर सकते हो. That means there is no need for you to buy books. No need for you to ask your friends के notes and all. Yes, directly download the educator's notes. Next, you have unlimited access to anything. Yes, whether it is classes, live, recorded, practice, theory, batches, crash courses. Classes पे आपको पूरा benefit. You can give any number of quizzes. You can ask any number of doubts in doubt clearing sessions where educators will live answer your doubts. Yes. And you will have unlimited structured courses in the form of batches, in the form of courses. Yes, ये है plus के benefits. Now if you go iconic, it's basically one step ahead, superset है. Yes, where iconic gives you what? Apart from all the benefits that plus gives you, it gives you personal guidance. Yes, मतलब आपके जो experts हैं, you can directly get connected with them. आपको स्टडी प्लानर मिलेगा, मतलब you don't have to plan your own preparation. You can follow the study planner. You can customize it the way you want. Whether you are someone who wakes up early in the morning, who works in the late, weekdays नहीं होगा, weekends नहीं होगा, weekdays anything. Yes. And you have one-on-one live mentoring, मतलब आपको कोई बैच में नहीं, बट अलग से आपके मेंटर जो है आपको लर्निंग एक्सपीरियंस का मौका देंगे, राइट? एंड यू विल गेट पर्सनलाइज्ड टेस्ट एनालिसिस. You've given a mock, you've given a quiz, but उसका analysis का क्या? That will also be there. How many questions you got right? How many questions you got wrong? What are your weak areas? What are your strong areas? How to improve them? All of that. Yeah, and every now and then there will be study booster workshops from experts. And when I say experts, I'm talking about people who've been getting great score in CAT for a very long time. ठीक है? If you're planning on taking a subscription, you can use my code Surana Live for discount. If you have any doubts, drop me a message on Telegram and I'll help you out. ठीक है? चलो next question. Let's do this. If f of g of x and g of f of x are the same, then what does it mean? इसका क्या मतलब हो गया कि g and f are inverses of each other. Correct? f of x हमें दे दिया है, we have to find g of 2. कैसे ढूंढोगे g of 2? f of x is given as 1 plus 9x by 4 minus x. Yes. अभी इसका इनवर्स ढूंढना कतई किलर, राइट? इसका इनवर्स ढूंढना मतलब दिमाग का दही हो जाएगा यहाँ पे. right? You will have to write y in terms of x, then write x in terms of y, then replace. That's a very long term. Then you will have to plug in g of 2. What can we do here? Yes, यहाँ पे अब क्या कर सकते हैं? They want के inverse में they want x to be 2. yes, इनवर्स में अगर x का वैल्यू 2 होना चाहिए, मतलब इन दी एक्चुअल फंक्शन में व्हाट डू वी वांट? इनवर्स में अगर x का वैल्यू 2 होना चाहिए तो एक्चुअल फंक्शन में y का वैल्यू 2 होगा, करेक्ट? तो y का वैल्यू 2 प्लग इन करेंगे और x का वैल्यू ढूंढेंगे. शैल वी? यस गाइस, आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग दिस? हाँ या ना? So what will we do here? y का वैल्यू 2, मतलब if 1 plus 9x by 4 minus x is 2, तो x का वैल्यू क्या होगा ढूंढेंगे, which is 1 plus 9x is 8 minus 2x और 11x, 9 plus 2 11x is 7. x क्या है आपका? 7 by 11. If your x is 7 by 11, here it is. yes, इनवर्स में नहीं, एक्चुअल में x का वैल्यू इज 7 by 11, तो इनवर्स में भी क्या होगा? इनवर्स में y का वैल्यू विल बिकम 7 by 11. खत्म. इनवर्स में y का वैल्यू विल बिकम 7 by 11. yes, which is nothing but g of 2. yes, it's a very simple process. इनवर्स बैठ के ढूंढने की जरूरत नहीं है. डोंट हैव टू फाइंड द इनवर्स एंड देन प्लग इन टू. यस, फाइंडिंग आउट द इनवर्स विल ईट अप अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम, है ना? बहुत टाइम खाएगा. प्लस देयर विल बी सम इश्यूज विथ योर एक्यूरेसी ऑल्सो. कहीं पे एक छोटा सा गलती आपको पूरा प्रोसेस रिपीट करना पड़ेगा. सो विदाउट पुटिंग टाइम एंड एक्यूरेसी इन डेंजर यू कैन डायरेक्टली फाइंड द आंसर इफ यू आर स्मार्ट इनफ. ठीक है, चलेंगे नेक्स्ट. Our last property, inverse of the function is function itself. मतलब क्या? f inverse का inverse of this function is basically the function itself. फंक्शन को इन्वर्स करो, फिर दोबारा इन्वर्स करोगे तो वहीं पे पहुंचोगे, करेक्ट? yes or no? if f of x is 2, f of x is 2x, f inverse of x is what? x by 2. yes, further में अगर इसका इनवर्स लूंगा तो क्या हो जाएगा? it will again become 2x, which is nothing but f of x itself. yes, जल्दी करो ये. f of x डिफाइन कर दिया. दे आर आस्किंग f इनवर्स ऑफ 5. f इनवर्स ऑफ 5. क्विक. लक्ष्य says b minus 31. लक्ष्य has changed it to c plus 31. very good. others? काफी सिंपल क्वेश्चन. We know that f inverse of inverse is basically what? The function itself. So this will be equal to f of 5. All you have to do is find f of 5. Khatam. So what is f of 5? f of 5 will be 19 into 5, which is 95 minus 64. This is what? 31. So f of 5 is nothing but f inverse of 5, 31. Yeah. Simple, right? Next, when g is f inverse of when g is f's inverse, h is g's inverse, then find the value of h inverse of 5 when f of x is 12x. jaldi karo. f of x is 12x, g is inverse of f, h is inverse of g. So what will be h inverse of 5? Lakshya says a 60. Others? Okay, has changed it now to 1 by 60. Mayank also says 1 by 60. How about others? चलो ठीक है. Simple question. Yes, G is F inverse and H is G inverse. तो अगर मैं G के बदले F inverse को plug in कर दूं तो H is what? F inverse of inverse. That means H and F are equal. H and F are the same functions, correct? So if the question is asking me to find H inverse of 5 is basically going to be what? F inverse of 5. Yes, F inverse of 5. Making sense? Yes, what does it mean? अगर मेरे y का वैल्यू 5 है, x का वैल्यू पूछ रहा है. ओरिजिनल फंक्शन में अगर y का वैल्यू 5 है, x का क्या वैल्यू होगा? तो अपन क्या करेंगे यहां पे? 12x is 5. What is x? 5 by 12. So your actual answer to this question is 5 by 12. क्यों? क्योंकि x का वैल्यू 5 by 12 है. That means f inverse of f का वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगा? 5 by 12. Yes, so f inverse of 5 is basically 5 by 12 and not 60 or 1 by 60. Any doubts with this, guys? A गलत है, B गलत है. Answer is D, 5 by 12. ठीक है. मयांक, लक्ष्य, is it clear? Yes or no? Okay, chalo next. Try this. We have to find the inverse of this function. F of x is what? 6 minus 10x by 7 plus 8x. तो मैं इसको rewrite करता हूँ. F of x is nothing but 6 minus 10x by 7 plus 8x. What is the inverse of this? Quickly find out. Okay, Mayank says A. Jyotsna says A. Okay. ये थोड़ा ऑब्वियस नहीं हो गया? ये थोड़ा ऑब्वियस नहीं हो गया क्या? आप डायरेक्ट रेसिप्रोकल ले रहे हो? सही होगा क्या वो? डायरेक्ट रेसिप्रोकल सही है क्या? We have to find f inverse of x which is not equal to inverse of f of x. ठीक है? इनवर्स ढूंढना है रेसिप्रोकल में. यस, चलो इसको करेंगे. सो सी द फास्टेस्ट वे ऑफ डूइंग दिस इज, ओरिजिनल में अगर मैं y को 0 डालता हूं, इन ओरिजिनल इफ आई पुट y is 0, then what will happen? 6 minus 10x by 7 plus 8x is 0. 6 minus 10x is 0. 10x is 6. x क्या आ रहा है? 6 by 10. Yes. So in our inverse में क्या होना चाहिए? When x is 0, y should be equal to 6 by 10. This is what we have to check. कौन से आंसर चॉइस में ये सेटिस्फाई करेगा हमें चेक करना है. या सो लेट्स स्टार्ट. विल स्टार्ट विथ ऑप्शन ए जो आप लोग बोल रहे थे. 7 plus 8x की जगह पे 0 डालना है. राइट, ऑल यू हैव टू डू इज पुट x इक्वल टू 0, चेक इफ द वैल्यू कम्स अप टू 6 by 10 और नॉट. a में डालोगे क्या हो जाएगा? यू विल गेट 7 by 6 not equal to 6 by 10. a is out. ठीक है। ऑप्शन बी क्या है, 6 माइनस 7 इंटू 0 विच इज 6, 8 into 0 plus 10 is 10. So 6 by 10, 6 by 10 matching. Option B could be right. What about option C? 10 by 6, which is not equal to 6 by 10. So the only answer choice that seems to be satisfying is what? B. But because there is none of these, you have to be a little careful, okay? क्योंकि none of the above है, doing this could be a little bit risky. Okay. Any doubts here, guys? And if you want to do this in the traditional way, not at all welcome to do that. But आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, देखो, you will have to write y equal to 6 minus 10x by 7 plus 8x. Bring it to the other side. Y, so 7 times y plus 8 times xy is 6 minus 10x. y को एक जगह रखो, सारे x को एक जगह लेके आ जाओ, तो what will you get? 8 times xy plus 10x is equal to 6 minus 7y. Yes, again x को कॉमन ले लो, यहां पे क्या हो गया, 8 into y plus 10 is 6 minus 7y, और you get x का वैल्यू as what? 6 minus 7y by 8y plus 10. Yes, ये आपका इनवर्स है, 6 minus 7x by 8y plus 10. ठीक है, समझ गए? So B is your inverse. This is how you do it in the traditional method. ये आपका traditional method है, which could be very annoying, in fact super annoying. What I would do is this method. x का वैल्यू डालो, y का वैल्यू डालो, उल्टा करके कंफर्म कर लो, खत्म, ठीक है गाइस? दोनों मेथड आपको समझ में आया क्या? Did you understand both the methods, traditional method as well as plugging in? इसको अपन plugging in बोलेंगे. We are plugging in different values for x and y. That's it. ठीक है? कौन सा मेथड आपको इजी लगा, बोलो भाई? Was plugging in easy for you or did reverse engineering work? चलो ठीक है, मत बोलो. लास्ट क्वेश्चन. लास्ट क्वेश्चन. प्लगिंग इन, ऑलराइट, सुपर लक्ष्य. चलो आखिरी क्वेश्चन करो जल्दी से. Answers? Anyone? One, you will have to find the inverse. या तो inverse को ढूंढो, yes, or plug in. No answers yet. श्रेयशी सेज डी, ओके। और कोई? यहां पे देखो g इनवर्स में x का वैल्यू -1 है। अगर g इनवर्स में x का वैल्यू -1 है मतलब ओरिजिनल फंक्शन में y का वैल्यू -1 होना चाहिए, करेक्ट। g ऑफ x का y का वैल्यू, g इनवर्स ऑफ x का x का वैल्यू दोनों सेम है। सेम वे अगर मैं ये x का वैल्यू निकाल लूं, इफ आई फाइंड आउट दिस x का वैल्यू, I would have found out the y का वैल्यू, मतलब g इनवर्स ऑफ -1 का वैल्यू मिल जाएगा। yes, so what's our aim? g of x में g of x should be equal to -1. yes, so what do you get? 5x plus 8 whole power 1/7 should be -1. मतलब क्या हो जाएगा? if I raise it to power 7 on both sides, 5x plus 8 is -1 power 7, still -1 only. yes, 5x is -9, x is -9/5. ना अपन ने इनवर्स ढूंढा, ना कहीं पर भी अपन ने कुछ अलग किया, डायरेक्ट, दैट्स इट। यस, तो अगर यहां का x अगर -9/5 है मतलब यहां का y भी क्या होगा? -9/5. एंड ऑफ स्टोरी। यस, सो व्हाट्स आवर आंसर? ऑप्शन डी, -9/5. वेरी गुड श्रेयशी, कूल। वहीं पे अगर आप इसका इनवर्स ढूंढने जाते तो क्या हो जाता? y इज इक्वल टू 5x plus 8 whole power 1/7. 7 का पावर निकालोगे, so you will get what? y power 7 is 5x plus 8. yes, 5x is equal to y power 7 minus 8. x is nothing but y power 7 minus 8/5. yes, यहां पे अभी इसका इनवर्स लिखोगे तो क्या हो जाएगा? व्हाट वुड दिस गिव यू? दिस वुड गिव यू दैट g इनवर्स ऑफ x का डेफिनेशन क्या है? x पावर 7 माइनस 8/5. अभी आप x को -1 रिप्लेस करोगे, इफ x इज इक्वल टू -1 देन यू विल गेट g इनवर्स ऑफ -1 एज व्हाट? -1 power 7, which is -1 by -8/5, which is -9/5. ओके, तो दोनों मेथड आपने देख लिया. You've realized that in the traditional method there are higher risks than in your plugging in. Okay, this is plugging in, this is traditional method. टाइम कंजम्पशन देख लो, एक्यूरेसी पे रिस्क भी देख लो. ठीक है, डन. चलो गाइस, विद दिस वी आर डन विद द सेशन. प्लीज डाउनलोड द अनअकैडमी लर्निंग ऐप फ्रॉम योर प्ले स्टोर और ऐप स्टोर. व्हेन यू रजिस्टर, यूज द कोड Surana Live. You will get unlimited access to all free content. Yes. Also, don't forget, today 8 p.m. we are doing practice session. Yes, today's 8 p.m. profit, loss and discount पे practice session है. ठीक है? So I will see you all there. This is a mandatory session if you really want to become better at profit, loss and discount. Yes. Alright guys, thank you so much for being a part of this session. I will see you at 8 p.m. Until then, keep learning. Let's crack it.